there's different costs of living all around the world, and what we're seeing is an equalization. It's basically a massive arbitrage opportunity, an Arbitunity, as we like to call it here on the pod. Maseo and I are interested.
Very interested.
This one, we're a little bit more inclined to do it because instead of getting what we know is going to be a dog product, it could actually be getting worth it.
Yo, what is up, guys? And welcome back to Back of the Envelope. We are back from our everlasting hiatus.
Yeah, okay, listen, it was a double whammy. One, we had to start school, which everyone knows is like extremely draining. And then we got sick, both of us, around the same time. And
collectively,
you don't want to listen to a podcast where someone's sick. I'm still a little bit stuffy, so apologies if it's unenjoyable, but it really shouldn't be that bad. I feel like it's mostly in the past.
Yeah. If you guys saw our Instagram, you'd see our apology letter with our...
Yeah, we definitely
both of us
weren't having
bedridden.
any fun, dude. It was
No
a brutal
fun to
couple
be
weeks.
had.
Yeah. But we're back, and we thought about doing like a building a business 101 episode. We thought about doing other things, but today we feel like in the past couple of weeks we've seen a bit of a trend and we want to cover it. So I'm sure all of you who listen to this podcast, at least to an extent, have seen on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all that. You've heard a lot about Temu. If you've gone anywhere, you've seen Temu's ads. And then if you're a little bit more into it, you've probably heard of PandaBuy. You've seen the TikTok shop get rolled out, the Instagram method. There's basically all of these methods that these teenagers and stuff are trying to use to make money. And we decided that we would cover them all in one episode. So if you don't know all about them, you've been confused like we have, then everything you need to know is right here. So the first thing we want to talk about is the Temu method, because if you don't know what the Temu method is, you've definitely at least heard of Temu, because they ran 2 Super Bowl commercials. And then now, at least for me, when I'm not using a YouTube that's ad blocked, everything is just Temu ads. It's
like half
Temu
my ads are Temu ads.
It's Temu and
fully.
Shein. Do you get Shein ads like it's
I
tomorrow?
get Shein on TikTok.
Dude, it's so annoying. But yeah, so Temu, this new e-commerce platform that popped up, essentially the new Wish, right? Like,
it's just Wish. It really is just Wish, essentially. Like,
yeah, so this popped up, and it's serving as the new Wish. We all remember what Wish was. It was that e-commerce app where you could go and buy cheap stuff from China. Temu, essentially the same thing. But you might be wondering, okay, how did they make such a big footprint so quickly? And the answer is that Temu has a parent company. It's Pinduoduo in China. They're one of the 3 main e-commerce e-commerce companies in China, like one of the Amazons of China. Maseo, you know very well one of the other ones. Your favorite stock for a solid year and a half. So Alibaba is one of the other ones. They had already broken into the US market with AliExpress. And then the other one is JD.com, and they have Joybuy, which is like their equivalent to Temu. But Pinduoduo really hadn't tried to make a move to push into the global market yet. And Temu was their first attempt at this. And the reason why you've seen it pop up so much is because it's like a big e-commerce giant just funding this app with a ton of money. So that's how they were able to afford these Super Bowl commercials. That's how they're able to get all these ads on YouTube. And it's how they're able to prop up what we're going to talk about next, which is the Temu method. So what do normal people use Temu for? Going and buying cheap stuff from China, which, as far as I understand, some of it's legit. Like, it's like a decent, it might be an okay product. It's really hit or miss, but I mean, I don't know. Do you think it's all dog or?
No, like, you're just buying a product, right? Like, it's the same thing you get on Amazon. Like,
exactly.
Probably most of the time. Like, it's all from China.
So actually, before we get into the Temu method, I did want to talk about this a little bit. We'll get more into it with PandaBuy, but what we're seeing is just globalization. Globalization is the idea that the world is becoming more financially and commercially interconnected. This goes back to give you a little world. This is all coming. this should all be accurate, but this is all coming from like AP World History, which I took a couple years ago. But around the 14th century, so right after 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. That was discovering the Americas, but what kind of coincided with that age of exploration was more journeys going to Asia, and that's what started the globalization that we know today. So 14 or sorry, the 16th and 17th centuries were basically the time when this started to blow up. So before that, you had the Silk Road in like the 13th century or something. So people trading between Asia and Europe, but really you needed to be able to tame the oceans because you can only transport so much stuff over the land. But once people could ship, it made the world a huge trade network. So that's when you see. Sorry, this is probably boring to a lot of you, but it's good. It's good historical context. That's when you see like the British East India Company and stuff going in and making their opium farms or whatever and trading opium into China and spice coming back and forth. But what we're seeing right now is another surge in global trade. So all of these e-commerce companies in China are breaking into the US market now. What this means is that a lot of those products, there's different costs of living all around the world, and what we're seeing is an equalization. It's basically a massive arbitrage opportunity, an arbitunity as we like to call it here on the pod. But that's that's pretty much what it is. It's just a big arbitrage opportunity that people are discovering right now with all of these Chinese and overseas e-commerce companies, because it's getting easier to ship things. Frankly, we have big airplanes now. We have big boats. You can ship stuff overseas, and that's what we're seeing. Pause before we get into the Temu. Actually, no, I'll save it. I'll save it to talk about it later. But we'll stick on Temu for now. But I got one more method I gotta add. So the Temu method, completely unrelated to all this globalization stuff. It's basically uh kind of a Ponzi scheme a little bit. Um
A bit.
the way what people are doing is the Temu method. When people try to get you to sign up and get free money, it's just a commission, because the parent company Pinduoduo is pumping money into Temu, and what they're doing is they're giving like referrals. So I mean, this exists on a smaller scale with like, you remember Cash App, when everyone at our school was trying to get their friends to sign up for Cash App, because it was like, oh, you get your friend to sign up, you get $15, your friend gets $5.
Yeah.
Same thing. That's literally like when Venmo does that. It's the same thing, but happening on a larger scale with the Temu method. It's kind of like what Hustler University by Andrew Tate is, when you get people to sign up and you get a half price commission. So it's all these things. It's just it's what people are doing. Um, when you sign, they're saying like delete and make new accounts. I think this is probably getting patched, or it has been patched, but people are still making the slideshows like it's no tomorrow.
And I see the slideshows all the time. But I
They're
think
pretty
also
funny.
yeah, they are funny. They're always funny
Like,
slides.
my favorite ones is where it'll be like an urban planning thing, like, oh, I love public transit, cars suck, and then it'll just be Temu method at the end. Like,
Yeah, those are always
dude, this
funny.
guy's it's funny. But I don't know. I don't know who would like fall for it really.
I mean, it's not like really falling for it, right? You're just signing up. Like I think
I
you also get
guess
like you get $5 or
maybe.
10. You get something.
Yeah, but there's I don't know. Well, they're saying it's like 200. It's not.
Yeah,
Um
no,
I
no.
mean, I'm assuming
Maybe. I
there's
guess
no
we
way.
could have tried
There's no
it.
way.
I don't think so though.
I'm not making a Temu account, bro.
Nope.
It says me. I don't want a Chinese company with my data. Also, me like scrolls on TikTok all the time.
Also, me owns Baba stock.
Yeah, exactly. um, so that's the Temu method. It's just like a referral code, and people are like trying to. That's why you see them at the end of like a motivation slideshow. Because the type of people that watch motivation slideshows are, the teenagers on TikTok who want to become millionaires but are like really really stupid, and they think that signing up for Temu is how they're gonna get rich, or going and becoming a copywriter is how they're gonna get rich. Don't even get me started, bro. All the methods.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's the Temu method. Related to Temu, also in that e-commerce space, is what I think is far more interesting. So Maseo, you've heard of PandaBuy, right?
Definitely heard of PandaBuy.
Do you want to explain to the audience what PandaBuy is and why this is way cooler than Temu?
Yeah. So PandaBuy is like essentially a middleman between you and suppliers in China, right? And most of their model is based off of selling like replica designer clothing. And when you go on PandaBuy, you have to order in bulk because the shipping is like outrageous straight from China. You're ordering like basically like in pallets, right? And you order they sell like just replica designer. You order that in bulk and it comes in and you're getting Gucci and like absurd brands for like maybe $10 a piece. And that's like their whole business models. You're just buying replica stuff and like importing it to the States.
Yeah, so PandaBuy is a shipping company essentially. They're not even they're almost like a marketplace for people that are going to. It's like they're like DoorDash. Think of
Yeah, they
PandaBuy.
are like DoorDash.
Think of PandaBuy like DoorDash. So, you want to get food, but in this case, you want to buy, fake. You want to buy wraps. Um, the restaurant is like these main more e-commerce giants. They're in these states. We know Amazon is kind of a monopoly. There are way more of them in China. I'm sure they're all owned by like the same parent company or something, but basically they're these domestic e-commerce brands that can't ship stuff out of the United States, just like how you can't go order from Amazon if you are in China or something like that. When you order Amazon in UK, it's through Amazon UK. It's like it's a subsidiary. So there are these domestic e-commerce brands and they can't ship to the States. So what is going to happen is PandaBuy, you're going to get basically a DoorDash driver, which is called your agent, and they're going to deal with getting it's getting the food from the restaurant to your door, but in this case, getting the wraps or your package or whatever you want to get from these big e-commerce giants, which the main ones are like different from the ones I talked about earlier. People get Taobao and Weedian and Yupo. Maseo and I spent a long time
Weird.
trying to get those pronunciations right.
You got it. Pronunciations.
I hit it right. That was right. We
You got
made
it,
little notes.
Tao bad. Yeah.
Like, is it wait? No, it's Weedian and Yupo. So people go and they get their PandaBuy agent. This is where you see like the memes about like tipping your agent. It's like tipping your DoorDash driver. But the way it's different is that, a DoorDash driver, if you tip them $1, they're going to get mad at you for not tipping more. But since, again, globalization, guys, there's an arbitrage opportunity. Your money can go further in a place like China. So when you tip your agent like $20, it's a whole lot of money for them. Like, so they'll like, that's where you see the memes of like, oh, my PandaBuy agent, like hugging my package, making sure it gets to me. So yeah, that's what that is. The quality of these reps, again, it's just that the like when you're paying $120 or whatever to get a new pair of Dunks. I don't even know how much Dunks cost, but when you're getting a pair of shoes like that here in the States, it obviously didn't cost that much for the company to manufacture them. What you're doing when you buy on PandaBuy is you're getting similar quality because they're probably made in factories that are like next door to each other, possibly even the same factory.
It's probably the same line.
It's probably the same production line. You're getting that product, but you're basically going through a little bit sketchier of a process by like shipping it yourself, or not shipping yourself, but paying someone to like ship it for you instead of just going to the store and buying them, and you're saving a lot of money, essentially. So the quality of these reps, a lot of times they're really good. They're like just as good as the ones that you would, buy from Nike or something. But it's just a little bit more involved for sure. Maseo and I are interested.
Very interested.
I know in the first episode of this podcast ever, we said that we would go like get new milk and stuff, and that hasn't happened yet. Who knows? It may happen eventually. I think like episode 100 or something. We should do it. We should make them
before they go out of business. We should.
Yeah,
do it.
Exactly. Yeah, but this one we're a little bit more inclined to do it because instead of getting what we know is going to be a dog product, it could actually be getting worth it. We got to get our friends on board too, though, because I think we got to
everybody. It's like,
but
it's expensive to get that shipped here.
Yeah, but like, can it get like seized by customs and stuff too? So like, reps
are
legal, by the way.
Yeah, they're legal.
They're illegal, right?
Yeah, they are. Well, they're illegal if they have the specific like branding on it. Like if it was sent in and it has a Nike logo and it has like a Nike trademark on like the insole, that's where
Yeah.
it gets flagged. If it has
Yeah.
a Nike logo that has like it's a little
Slightly
iffy, that's
different.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So basically, like, depending on how good the reps are, it's illegal. Your stuff can get seized by customs. I think it's pretty rare, but it happens, right?
I saw a TikTok of some guy who got his stuff seized.
Yeah. So it's
And you get like no
possible.
refund. So
Dude,
it is
it's
actually partly a gamble at that point.
we gotta
But
tip our agent. Tip your agent well. Like, get a good ass agent. So like PandaBuy is just one of these agent marketplaces type thing. There are others. Like PandaBuy is just the name brand one. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to try it. I don't know what if are we getting refs?
yeah, I mean, like interesting thing about reps is there's these pairs of Yeezys I bought like a couple years ago that were real from
Hmm.
Adidas. And they came in, and they had like glue spots all over them. And they were like pretty terrible
The
quality, and I was like
refs,
really disappointed. And I was watching this video, and this guy was reviewing the reps versus the real one, and the reps were like 10 times better than the pair I just spent $300 on.
yeah,
Like, you know, there's a point where the reps like aren't that distinguishable, especially in something like Yeezys, where it's just like rubber.
guys, the
I don't
raw
know. They're
materials only
simple
cost
shoes.
so much.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and
Like,
these like big companies are not scamming you. Like, I mean, I don't know. The
yeah, they're not
quality
cutting
is,
close to margins at $300 a piece. Like,
dude. We should try it. I think we got to do the Panama method.
it's
This is
worth it for a
definitely
try.
this is the most
I want
intriguing
some.
one, probably
Yeah, there's a lot of North Face on there too. The North Face is
for
enticing.
winter.
It looked nice. Yeah,
We could
right.
try, yeah.
Little
So,
Patagucci.
we may do this. I mean, we may do this, and we'll circle back to you guys if it goes well or if it goes bad. If our stuff
We'll have
gets
to make
seized
like,
by customs, it'd be a killer title for
like
sure,
we need to make like a full series if we pay for that.
dude. I'm not turning into a PandaBuy podcast.
PandaBuy
No, I'm
podcast.
not doing it. Um, but yeah, Maseo, there's one more method within this, Asia to United States globalization theme. It's very close home. It's close home for you, the Indian method.
Is it the Indian method?
Um, this one is more of a joke. I'm hoping that most of the TikToks are a joke. But
Yeah,
it's
those are funny.
basically like the same thing that we've been talking about, but instead of with products, it's with labor. And people are like, this exists on a this is a totally a real thing that I think we've talked about in this podcast in the past with hiring like assistants overseas and stuff. By the way, this is what all the big companies do. Like when you're doing customer service for a company, they're just buying a call center of people in India. That's also where the scammers are and stuff. Um, but basically, labor is cheaper over there. So people buy personal assistants that can work remotely overseas. But the new joke is like, oh, I get this guy to do $17,000 of work for me, and I make sure he's thankful if I pay him $40. It's pretty bad, but
But the interesting thing though is $40 a week there is like a decent amount. Like
it's
depending on where they live. But it's
yeah,
like
depending on
that's
where
a
you live.
healthy salary. Like it could be
Yeah,
like above healthy. Like you're living a good
the
life.
Arbitunity is crazy, dude.
But at the same time though, that's like you're like exploiting humans, which I feel like there's
Okay,
got to be a
listen,
line.
listen. It feels wrong, like when you're like, oh, am I really gonna like pay this person less overseas? But logically, you're giving them such a good. If you're paying them, even if it's way less than what you would pay someone doing the exact same job, or even worse in the United States, um, they are they're like the person who's receiving the money is happy about it because compared to the other jobs that they could work where they live, this is probably way more depending on how much you pay them. So like
Yeah. Like hopefully they're
it's
stoked on it.
it's a
Right.
it's a it's definitely an interesting topic. Um, but I mean, eventually, if we keep globalizing at the pace we are right now, it's likely that wealth inequality across the world will just level out a little bit is my guess. I'm not an economist. Definitely have someone check my work. Wealth inequality among like the wealth gap between like the ultra rich and poor people is obviously gonna grow. But I'm just talking about like on a general level from like country to country average you know like GDP per capita net worth, income, all that kind of stuff would equal out, is my guess. Just thinking logically through it. But yeah, so that's that. That's the that's where the labor part comes in. I want to move on. All of that stuff is really fun and cool. We'll try the PandaBuy method out, and we'll see how that goes. But something that is new that is half my For You page on TikTok now. So you've seen the TikTok shop, right?
I've bought something from TikTok
You
Shop.
have.
I'll confess.
So
I
TikTok
didn't realize
recently.
it was TikTok Shop until I was thinking about it earlier, and I was like, that was TikTok Shop.
So these social media apps have slowly been rolling out e-commerce platforms, basically, and it makes sense because you post something cool and you want to get people to buy it, and it's like, okay, let's just build it into the app and we can take a cut and make some money that way. Instagram, I believe, was the first to do it. I have bought something off of Instagram shop before. The reason I did it was not because I was using it like intended. They were running a promo to promote it. It was 20% off, so I was able to get shoes that were already on sale,
No.
have stack another 20% off on it. So
Instagram Shop actually shut down. You see
it
that?
did?
Yeah, they shut it down.
Huh. I wonder.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird. Okay. I
Yeah,
did not
right?
know that. Well, then TikTok shop might be, we'll see how long it lasts. But TikTok, basically doing the same thing, but I feel like the conversion rate is so much higher because they make it so easy. You're already in like a mindless mood when you're scrolling on TikTok.
I
Now you just have
know.
to
It's so
click two
true.
buttons to buy something, bro. It's ridiculous.
Here,
So,
one sec. I'll show you guys what I got.
oh no. But yeah, essentially, you're just making it so that you can sell, you can drop ship, anything like that, right in the TikTok app instead of having to like. You saw TikTok marketing all over the place prior to TikTok Shop, but back then people needed to go to a separate website and purchase something. Now you can build it right into the app, and it makes it so much easier to buy stuff. And it looks like Maseo apparently did just
Yeah.
that.
Okay, well, in my defense, it was a good deal, and it was cheaper than AliExpress. I checked. But it is this. It is lights for underneath your car. I was gonna put it on my friend's car
Robot
as a joke
underglow.
for his. It was gonna be a joke for his birthday. But then it came in, and I mean, like it looks decent, but the quality
I mean,
is terrible.
it's just
But
gonna be a product from like one of those suppliers in China. It
it's
could be
just,
good,
yeah,
could be
exactly.
bad.
It's nothing special. It's just average. I don't know.
I've been seeing a lot of people not using it for the e-commerce drop shipping, which is cool because that's probably what it was like, intended for. People selling like their homemade goods, their candy and stuff. Some of them for ridiculous prices. Some people selling like stuff just for like super high
Candles, bro. I'm telling you,
prices
it's
to try to get
candles.
some guy who is just like, a troll to buy one of them so they can make a ton of money, like $5,000, and it's like 3 sold or something. Like a couple
Yeah.
people are buying this. But yeah, so opportunities basically that you could do with this if you are someone who wants to make money with this. If you are already doing TikTok marketing to do your drop shipping, you better get on TikTok Shop or else your competition is going to eat you up. It's way easier to go and purchase something through TikTok Shop where maybe there like buyer protection features with it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I guess I didn't even check enough to
But you got
think
your
about
thing,
that.
so at
I
least
got it.
that
It came
person
in,
was.
and it is what I ordered. I
Yeah.
guess. I mean,
So like essentially if someone is going to buy something, they're going to want to make it they want the easiest experience as possible. So maybe try drop shipping something on TikTok Shop, see how it works out for you. It could work. Or if not, if you want to do it like totally legit, go do it with like, your homemade goods. Like we just had Emma on who had the Etsy store. Go sell nails or something on the TikTok Shop. I think
it's
just the
true.
word of mouth that spreads and how you can get a viral video and get a ton of sales is something that's worth looking into. The other thing is the eligible for commission. Have you seen that? So TikTok now has affiliate marketing
Really,
with the TikTok Shop. So now people
that's cool.
can become eligible for a commission on a product on the TikTok Shop, and people are like it's the new meme. I saw some person was like, these headphones are honestly the best I've ever had. They're so good. The noise canceling is crazy. And they post a video like that on TikTok Shop or on TikTok. TikTok Shop is gonna rot my brain if I keep saying this, but they post a video with that link, and people can go and they're eligible for commission. So every time someone buys it, they make money off of it. But somehow these videos go viral because people like maybe they get a couple of their friends to glaze in the comments saying that like it's actually legit and that like these are actually the best headphones I've ever had. I clicked on the link. They're obviously just like any other like no name brand wireless noise canceling headphones that you can get on Amazon. The people who are buying these have probably only experienced like dog Apple earbuds and like their old crummy AirPods or something from
reviews.
2017, or their fake reviews. That too.
There's so many fake reviews. It's like it's funny.
But people are like, oh, this actually looks really cool. I might consider it. But no, I think some people just like don't know what good headphones and good products are supposed to sound like. So if there's like any remote noise cancellation, like that's just what they know. But yeah, affiliate marketing. So if you're good at making viral videos, go for it, man. Go say you love some product, get a affiliate code or whatever. TikTok flags it with eligible for commission, which is good because otherwise, you wouldn't know if someone is essentially getting paid to promote this.
Right.
Yeah. We got to try this, bro. We got to like make a pod clip talking about something and then run it.
We have enough followers, I think, to where we can.
Yeah, we should.
I think we crossed. I think we have the.
It would be so funny.
Like,
yeah.
Over, what 2,000 or something? We have.
I don't know what it is, but
I think we have enough though.
Yeah, we should try it. It'd be pretty funny.
That would be fun.
Well, I don't know what we'd sell, but
we'd sell LED card underglow. I don't know.
Bro, sell that on Carology's account.
Straight up.
All right, Maseo, you said you had one more method that you wanted to talk about and that you weren't going to spoil, so I'll let you enlighten me.
Okay, so I saw this because there's a few meme pages that I follow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they started posting some explicit content, maybe, with very long descriptions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were very detailed as to what was going on in this video. And I was kind of curious, and I was like, this looks kind of AI written. So I took it and I put it into an AI detector, just because I was curious.
Yeah.
And it comes out to 100% AI written.
No way.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I started looking into this a little bit more, and I couldn't find the company that did it, but there was a guy in GitHub. He posted his stuff for whatever the algorithm he made to do this. And basically it goes around, it sends Instagram accounts a link, right, with an offer. And it says, for this amount of money, we'll buy your Instagram account. All you have to do, click this link and send your information, and we'll pay you. And they do actually pay them out, and they buy these like fleets of Instagram accounts.
Okay.
And right when they get the accounts, they just start pumping like any ad they can run, usually for like OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And they put these long descriptions. I couldn't figure out why these long descriptions were there. I kept like, that was what I was still stuck on. So I looked into it a little bit more.
Maseo, it's part 2 of OnlyFans pimps making millions.
No, it is. It literally is. And in the description, it's Instagram rewards longer descriptions in their algorithm. Like long word-based descriptions. That gets rewarded in their algorithm. It gets flagged as like higher effort, basically.
Okay.
And so that's how they're able to boost themselves. So that's why they buy these accounts and they're able to like triple the amount of followers from like this like little basis they already had.
That's crazy.
And then they just keep pumping out more ads for OnlyFans and like Shopify products. And it just goes on infinitely.
People are creating theme page holding companies
literally
that they just spam ads on.
But they're all AI. They're all done by AI. The AI is the one who goes around and messages other accounts. Like, dang. The only middleman is the guy probably processing, like, processing the payment, I guess.
There's one dude running this.
Like, one dude who just, like...
robots.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's, like, it's actually crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Instagram was a crazy bot problem, but, like, when we...
they do have a bot problem.
Like, when we were doing our executive posts for Chimp Typhoon, each one got, like, just because of the hashtags that we used, got, like, a message from someone saying, oh... this person taught me how to trade NFTs or something. Go blah blah blah. Do this that.
I get those like every day.
Yeah, but that's interesting. You think any of them will come across our old theme pages and try to buy them?
Just waiting.
How much do they pay? Probably it can't be that much.
They definitely pay a lot. I think.
No way. I guess
It's
because
probably, I mean, it's probably not that much because they can like message in such volume.
yeah,
Like they can message like tens of thousands of accounts probably like per hour because
yeah.
it's
I
not a
wonder. I guess they
person.
can make a lot off of them if they get
Well, like
traction and stuff.
I mean, like I don't know how much ads really cost to run, but like how much does it cost to get to like 200,000 user specific
Yeah,
people? Like
I don't know if you have a bot in what you say is true about how like they just Instagram is rewarding these long bios and it's like actually, you know, somewhat organic growth, like they're not just buying followers or something, then maybe it's not that expensive. And that the
yeah,
main
because I think
investment is
like
just
they're
buying
buying
the
the
account
accounts
with
that
some
already
traction.
have the organic growth. So
Yeah,
it's
they
like
already have like 10,000 or something and they just
yeah,
need to like
there's like
scale it
real
from there.
people on
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Interesting.
I thought it was
AI.
cool. I don't know. I was just like I was very curious about it. I looked
Yeah.
into it for a little bit, just like because I couldn't figure out what was happening.
AI
But
theme page holding companies. It's pretty funny. I mean, hey, that's
gotta
the new
start
strat.
one.
Yeah, so predictions for the future. We're gonna see more of these random methods pop up because I think they're really funny. I think they're all a good time and some of them might
They're
actually
entertaining.
work. Um be vigilant. Don't just go buying into all of these new methods. Definitely do your own research before you do anything. Guys, at the end of the day, number one piece of advice is trust your logic. Just think about how would this like use your business brain that you've probably developed over time as you've listened to this podcast. Think, how is this making money? Where's everything coming from? And if it makes sense in your head at the end of the day, then maybe you give it a shot. So yeah, that's my message.
Solid.
Thanks, Maseo.
Great
Guys, mark your
message.
calendars for next week. I think the plan is next week is going to be building a business 101 episode 2, and then the week after that is a big announcement. We're gonna have some guests on, but I've been cooking for the past year and it's time to reveal some stuff. So
Time to feed.
yeah, be excited for that. So we'll at this point, like I really don't think we're gonna miss the episode next week, but I'm not promising anything actually. So who knows? We may or may not be back next week, but we will be back eventually. So yeah,
We'll see you guys next week. Don't worry.
peace
You'll
out,
see
everyone.
us.
Later.